I'm excited because I always just enjoy starting that day off with Europe there. It's always fun to like see how these players kind of stack up against one another and who really thrives in these pressure situations.
We saw you guys have an incredible run yesterday after your record-setting 41 elimination victory round. Did you kind of feel like you had it today?
using for that suppressed SMG is going to be able to be used for this tactical assault rifle, right?
Yeah.
That's the plus of that weapon. The universal key, and that's going to be Derox pushing on in, taking out Morph, and Morphazes ends up going down. Derox gets the cleanup there onto Kenny along with his teammate Itemm, and that is going to be 2 eliminations there for them. 13 eliminations for Itemm, 16 eliminations for Derox. That is insane. Insanity.
That's, again, half in, half out. This is that 5th zone. We're moving into the 6th right now. 29 elims for them total. That's unbelievable. And that's exactly what they want on this semifinal day. Just make a good statement. Just make a strong statement. It's Derox and Itemm. This is actually a duo that's recently formed at the beginning of World Cup. They were playing with different partners. And Itemm was a player who went to ESL Katowice, did very well with himself there, and with his partner Tombo. And Derox, I believe they used to play together before. Split up for a little while, and now coming back strong, clearly.
Well, I think that's also a challenge that players would have to consider when you're, in a competition like this with so much on the line, to take that time and go away from your like duo that you've been working with, and then to kind of like recalibrate with another player. It's not easy, like there's always that honeymoon phase, as I call it in team games, where everything's working, you're clicking, and it's perfect. But then when disaster strikes, that's where you see the true might of a duo and how they're going to be able to fight out of like really difficult situations. Kind of like the way that they're going to find themselves in right now. They don't have this high ground, so they want to try and force their way out. That heavy snipe is going to obliterate that wall, thus preventing that player from being able to build any further, but they still should be able to maintain the high ground, which is what's going on here. You're going to have Derox trying to push on here to see if he can get in front, and then the high ground will be for Itemm and Derox as they do manage to take out Avon. And that's yet another elimination on the board. 35 total for this duo. We're going to have 12 players remaining, 9 duos left in this game, Balla. And this is looking pretty solid for this duo.
As the edit plays come in, they do get the high ground right back with that rip, so they just died from above and came right back below. They did find some materials up on a few of those eliminations earlier, so they're back in good shape here. They don't need to shambles kind of go for all these plays, but here the heavy snipe again, they both have it. They both have it, Golden Boy, and that's why they're able to just reload it, make these plays. They can get through a cone and a floor, both at the same time if they want to.
The aggression from this duo is absurd, but now you're going to have all these players scattered about down low. A few ballers are going to be in this one as well. With 5 duos remaining, we're coming down to the tail end of this, and Derox and Itemm with that high ground, they're going to look to apply a lot of pressure. And look at the way that Itemm drops down and gets aggressive, gets in their face, because he knows that he has Derox there for support if things are going to get a little dicey. And then looking up, you got a few players that are going to be hanging around in their gliders. Maybe they can pick them off from the sky, and these guys recognize that they cannot drop down simply because those traps are going to be the end of them there, but it's going to be the combat shoddy that connects. And now we're getting down to the final 4 here, and this is looking like a surefire win for this duo.
Yeah, here we go. Derox looking for that last one. They do spot him. Where is he going to be? They still have that heavy snipe, and Itemm is right below him, so they can make a pinch here possible. With the patience, though, they're just going to start engaging and both going at the same time. I think that's a wrap. Both players on both sides.
Wow.
Chasing him through the storm, and that's it. Derox and Itemm with the ridiculous elimination spree in this one with the Victory Royale as well. That's a good showing because there's not that many spots left, and they want to be
41.
I can't do the math, Golden Boy.
I'm pretty sure that was 41 eliminations. That was 41 freaking eliminations. That was absurd.